Welcome to the YouTube channel, The Right Place, where creativity grows like a garden and every idea is a seed waiting to bloom into something beautiful. In today's video, we're diving into a world of rustic charm inspired by driftwood, moss, and the magic of small space gardening. Whether you have a tiny backyard, a balcony, or a quiet corner indoors, these DIY ideas can transform your space into a natural retreat. You'll see how these organic materials bring a touch of wilderness into compact spaces without feeling crowded or messy. We're blending nature with creativity so you can make a garden that looks effortless yet thoughtfully curated. Stick around until the end, because this journey is packed with inspiration you won't want to miss. One, finding the right driftwood for rustic designs. Selecting driftwood with character. Choosing the perfect driftwood begins with identifying pieces that tell a story through their contours, texture, and weathered surfaces. This material naturally carries rustic charm, making it ideal for small gardens seeking a handmade, earthy touch. As you explore beaches, riverbanks, or craft stores, look for driftwood that feels sculptural even before you begin. The right piece instantly adds personality and makes your DIY garden projects visually compelling. Preparing driftwood for garden use. After selecting your driftwood, it is essential to clean and prepare it for long-term outdoor or indoor use. Brushing away debris and giving it a light wash removes any unwanted residue while preserving its natural texture. Once it dries, you may choose to seal it lightly to enhance durability without losing its rustic character. This preparation ensures your driftwood remains both beautiful and functional in your small garden design. 2. Incorporating moss for natural softness. Choosing the right moss for texture. Moss brings softness, vivid color, and a lush texture that pairs beautifully with rugged driftwood. Sheet moss, cushion moss, and rock moss each offer unique visual effects depending on the atmosphere you wish to create. By selecting the right type, you can highlight the contrast between smooth greenery and weathered wood. This interplay makes your garden feel alive, inviting, and rich with natural charm. Keeping moss healthy in small spaces. Maintaining moss in compact environments requires mindful placement and gentle care to keep it thriving. Moss prefers shaded or partially shaded spots with consistent moisture, making it ideal for corners where other plants may struggle. Regular misting helps retain its velvety appearance without overwhelming the small garden area. With simple upkeep, moss becomes a reliable and beautiful textural element in your rustic setting. 3. Driftwood planters for rustic personality. Turning driftwood into unique containers. Transforming driftwood into planters adds instant visual impact and a handcrafted element to your garden. Hollowed pieces or naturally concave shapes work perfectly as containers, giving your plants a rustic yet elegant home. This approach also maximizes limited space by offering vertical and horizontal display options. Each piece becomes a living sculpture that blends seamlessly with your garden's natural aesthetic. Choosing plants for driftwood planters. When selecting plants for driftwood planters, consider species with shallow roots and modest water needs. Succulents, air plants, and miniature ferns thrive beautifully while enhancing the organic design. Their small size and deliberate form allow the driftwood to remain the star while still offering vibrant greenery. Together, they create a balance that perfectly suits rustic small spaces. Four, moss-covered pathways for cozy ambience. Designing soft, textured pathways. Creating tiny moss pathways brings gentle softness and a woodland atmosphere to even the smallest garden nook. By layering moss along stepping stones or narrow walkways, you instantly evoke the feeling of a hidden forest trail. This look works especially well in compact gardens where subtle details make a big impression. The resulting pathway invites visitors to slow down and enjoy every corner of your rustic space. Maintaining moss pathways with ease. Caring for moss pathways is simple and doesn't require complicated gardening techniques. Occasional misting keeps them hydrated, while shade helps maintain their vibrant green tone. Gentle foot traffic encourages moss to compact and strengthen over time, enhancing the natural look. With minimal effort, these pathways become magical focal points in your small garden. Five, creating driftwood garden borders. Adding rustic structure to your layout. Driftwood borders help define garden beds while adding a handcrafted, nature-inspired frame to your design. By arranging pieces in varying lengths and textures, you create a visually appealing boundary that feels organic rather than forced. This technique is ideal for small gardens where clarity and structure enhance the overall layout. It also adds depth and dimensionality without overwhelming limited space. Combining moss with driftwood borders. Nestling moss between driftwood pieces softens the edges and introduces a lively pop of green. This pairing balances rugged and delicate elements, enriching the rustic atmosphere. As the moss grows, it subtly intertwines with the wood, creating a beautifully aged effect. Over time, your borders look more natural and seamlessly integrated into the garden environment. 6. Hanging driftwood displays for vertical interest. Making vertical space beautiful and functional. Hanging driftwood pieces is a clever way to maximize vertical areas in small spaces, turning empty walls into natural art. Whether used to support air plants, vines, or small ornaments, driftwood becomes both a decorative and practical feature. These displays let you experiment with height, balance, and movement within your garden. As a result, even tight spaces feel layered, dynamic, and thoughtfully arranged. 7. Enhancing vertical displays with moss. Moss adds softness to vertical driftwood installations, helping them blend gracefully into the surrounding greenery. A few patches of moss strategically placed along the wood create a more natural, forest-like feel. This subtle detail enriches the display's textures without appearing cluttered or heavy. The harmony between hanging wood and moss brings an organic calmness to compact garden walls. 7. Miniature driftwood and moss terrariums. Building a tiny world in glass. Terrariums offer an intimate way to showcase driftwood and moss in beautifully contained environments. By placing small pieces of weathered wood inside clear vessels, you highlight their textures while protecting delicate moss. These miniature scenes capture the charm of woodland landscapes on a small, manageable scale. They make excellent centerpieces for tabletops, shelves, or windowsills in limited spaces. 8. Keeping terrariums lush and balanced. Maintaining a terrarium is simple when you balance humidity, light, and airflow inside the glass container. Moss thrives in the enclosed moisture, while driftwood provides structure without overpowering the space. Occasional airing prevents condensation buildup and helps your tiny ecosystem stay healthy. With minimal care, terrariums become long-lasting rustic accents in your home or garden. 8. Driftwood sculptures as garden focal points. Creating artistic statement pieces. Sculptural driftwood pieces can transform even the most modest garden into an eye-catching sanctuary. Their natural curves and rugged textures resemble abstract art that blends effortlessly with greenery. Positioning a single striking piece in a small garden creates a powerful focal point. This approach enhances visual interest without overwhelming limited space. Pairing moss to highlight natural form. Moss complements driftwood sculptures by emphasizing their age and organic beauty. A small amount of moss placed at the base or nestled in grooves adds softness and contrast. This pairing helps the sculpture feel grounded and connected to the garden environment. The result is a harmonious balance that enhances the rustic mood of your small space. Nine. Driftwood shelves for compact plant displays. Turning driftwood into functional art. Driftwood shelves serve as both decor and practical plant storage for tight areas. Mounting sturdy pieces onto walls gives you extra spots to display small pots, trailing plants, or botanical accents. This technique helps you utilize vertical space without adding bulky furniture. Each shelf becomes a natural, minimalist addition to your rustic garden theme. Adding mossy details for soft edges. Incorporating moss onto or around driftwood shelves brings warmth and visual cohesion to the display. The soft green tones help soften the rugged lines of the wood, giving it a lived-in, woodland feel. Small clusters of moss tucked around plant bases enhance the natural look. This simple touch ties the entire shelving arrangement into your rustic garden aesthetic. Ten. Mossy driftwood centerpieces for small tables. Crafting organic table features. A mossy driftwood centerpiece transforms even small tables into rustic focal points full of natural charm. These pieces enhance outdoor dining areas, cozy balconies, or indoor alcoves with minimal effort. By combining moss, driftwood, and small plants or candles, you achieve a layered, inviting display. It's a perfect way to bring the serenity of nature into intimate spaces. enhancing ambience with rustic materials. Driftwood and moss table pieces create a warm, grounding atmosphere ideal for relaxation or entertaining guests. The textures complement each other beautifully and offer a sense of tranquility. These natural elements also reflect light gently, adding depth and visual comfort to your environment. With thoughtful arrangement, your small space becomes a haven filled with rustic elegance. (11) Mini moss gardens on driftwood bases. Building simple yet stunning displays. Mini moss gardens built on driftwood bases are easy to craft and make striking decor for compact spaces. They require only a few materials yet deliver a strong rustic statement. The driftwood acts as a natural pedestal that elevates the moss visually and literally. This combination results in a serene, low-maintenance garden accent perfect for tight corners. Positioning moss gardens for maximum impact. Placing these mini gardens near entryways, shelves, or windows instantly brightens the area with natural texture. Their small size allows for flexible arrangement without crowding your space. Over time, the moss grows subtly, enhancing its lush, calming presence. Every piece contributes to the rustic charm woven throughout your small garden design. (12) Integrating lighting with driftwood and moss. Adding warmth through ambient lighting. Soft lights integrated into driftwood details add warmth and magical ambience to small garden spaces. Mini LED strands or warm fairy lights wrap gently around the wood enhance its natural curves. This glow highlights textures at night, giving your garden a cozy, inviting feel. Lighting becomes both functional and decorative, elevating the rustic mood. Illuminating moss for nighttime beauty. Lighting near mossy areas reveals vibrant greens and delicate textures often overlooked during the day. Soft, indirect lighting prevents moss from drying while enhancing its natural beauty. When paired with driftwood, illuminated moss creates a peaceful nighttime environment. This simple addition ensures your small garden remains enchanting around the clock. Conclusion. Today's journey through driftwood and moss garden ideas shows how small spaces can bloom with rustic charm. Every project, from sculptures to terrariums, invites you to bring nature's beauty into your home in thoughtful, artistic ways. These ideas prove that size doesn't limit creativity. It simply guides it toward clever, meaningful design choices. By embracing natural textures, you transform any corner into a calming retreat. If you enjoyed these ideas and feel inspired to create your own rustic oasis, make sure to stay connected with us. We share fresh, imaginative DIY projects that help your surroundings feel truly one of a kind. Don't forget to subscribe to The Right Place so you won't miss any future videos packed with inspiration and hands-on creativity. Thank you for watching, and may your small garden flourish with charm and personality.